What's up, Gert? Thanks for joining, man. It's going to be a good Thursday, man. Feel it. Start of NFL. And the NFL season's kicking off today. So I'm all dressed up in blue. Got to represent.
No, man.
Represent.
I thought you already distanced.
Represent.
I thought you've already distanced yourself from that team.
Represent.
Already.
It's all about them Cowboys, man. Puro pinche Cowboys a la verga. I'm mad at them, but they're still my team.
Brutal.
Hey, what's up, Sam Salinas? Good morning. Yep, happy NFL kickoff, man. We got a good one today, too. Mahomes versus the Ravens.
Lamar
man.
Jackson.
Yeah. And then we got another game on Friday. We take a break on Saturday because that's for college football.
Actually, it's a law. I did not know that.
Really?
It's against the law for the NFL to have games on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, it's probably
they
too much
got one
drinking.
on Friday, so
Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
the NFL is finally here, baby. It is kickoff day here in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the west side of San Antonio. West Bexar County also represented. Joe, we're getting excited about this weekend. We have UT against Michigan. We've got UTSA against Texas State. First week of the NFL season, regular season anyway. Tonight it kicks off. You have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. A rematch of the AFC Championship game from last year where the Chiefs won 17-10. Chiefs went on to the Super Bowl and won their third Super Bowl in, 4 years? Yeah. Going for a three-peat right now. I'm excited right now because, again, the NFL season starts today. But, Joe, look at you right now. Look at you, my man. Look at you all chulo. Buttoned all the way up to the top. In cowboy blue. I thought you were going to get rid of your Cowboys fandom.
No. What does Sam Salinas say? He says, tell him, Joe, just because you're mad at your girl doesn't mean you're not sleeping next to her tonight. That's what I'm saying. It's all about them Cowboys. Puro pinche Cowboys.
But the Cowboys are toxic.
I don't care, man. It's that toxic girlfriend you can't get rid of, man.
Oh, man, I know what that's like.
She does bad things, bro.
Bad things and bad things. But here's the thing about it. The Cowboys always provide hope, and that's what Jerry Jones is trying to peddle right now because Jerry Jones was on the Stephen A. Smith show, and he was on this full podcast talking about the Cowboys' upcoming season, and Stephen A. Smith is there asking him, telling him, hey, you know your team's not as good as it was last year, and Jerry's like, what are you talking about? This team is better than last year. Yeah, we didn't have big free agency pickups, right? Yeah, CeeDee Lamb wasn't in camp most of the time. Yeah, we have a lame duck head coach, and yeah, we have a lame duck quarterback who doesn't have that deal that he wants, but we're better this year than last year.
After they lost some key pieces on the defense. Come on.
So we're going to talk about this a little bit. We're also going to preview the game between the Ravens and Chiefs, who we got in that game. Again, we do sports, pop culture, nostalgia. The chat line, we're live on YouTube and on Facebook right now. The chat line is powered by MCS General Contracting. We already see Sam Salinas and Noah Perez already on there. But again, if you want to be part of the show, you can take part in the chat. It kind of guides us to where we go because this is the People's Podcast. And beyond that, this is the only Monday through Friday podcast in San Antonio that is on between 10 and 2 p.m. Because what happens? Local radio goes dark.
Nothing on.
Sports Talk Radio, San Antonio Sports Star, Ticket 760. They go dark. They go to the Jim Rome show. They go to these other things.
Nationally syndicated nonsense.
No, they're not going to be talking about the Texans.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little bit about the Cowboys, but they're not talking Spurs.
No UTSA.
They're not talking UTSA.
No Texas State.
What we care about in the 210-830-512-956, those are the zip codes that basically watch this show.
Yeah, they're talking about high school football.
And Garrett from the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we have a special guest. Got him booked today, baby. Former Texas Longhorns great Johnny Walker will be on this show tomorrow at 10:15 to preview the game between the Texas Longhorns, Michigan Wolverines. Texas favored by more than a touchdown in Ann Arbor Texas now favored number 3 in the Associated Press. Michigan, even though they won by 20 over Fresno State, dropped to number 10. Big game, 11 a.m. kickoff on Fox. Johnny Walker, my man. Former Holmes Husky, Johnny Walker.
Former Holmes Husky. And we also have a guest on today's show that'll be coming on at 10:30 p.m. Or 10:30 a.m., should I say.
Yeah.
The one and only Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5.
Be joining us.
Very, very, very nice. Talking all things Spurs. Talking all things about life and geekdom. I mean, the dude, he got knighted by Mayor Ron the other day as being the geek ambassador for the city of San Antonio. Not bad, man. Not bad. This is going to be a fun show. Let's get into the topic of the day. Okay, we'll get into Jerry Jones in a minute, right? But tonight, we have the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first game of the year in the regular season for the NFL.
Kick off the 2024-2025 season.
Part of me is upset about this.
Why?
Okay, it's a great game, but do we really want to see a powerhouse matchup for week 1?
Yes, we do.
I want to see these guys play each other the day after Thanksgiving.
So what do you want to see? You want to see a toilet bowl? Teams that got no chance of breaking the playoffs.
Dude, if it was the Panthers Saints, we'd all watch.
No.
We'd all watch.
It's an
NFL game. And I understand you want to kick off with, like, something big.
There it is.
But Ravens, Chiefs, these are arguably the two best teams in the AFC.
Super Bowl bound.
They should be playing each other towards the end of the season to see who's going to be home field advantage. And instead, we're going to get, essentially a glorified preseason game because the offenses are not clicking. We're going to have Derrick Henry playing his first regular season game for the Baltimore Ravens. He's not going to be fully acclimated to the offense.
This is about ratings. This is a ratings grab, Mike. They're going to have 2 marquee matchups.
Oh, I know.
And that's what this is about.
I know. It's a complete ratings grab. Again, this game's going to be played at Arrowhead out in Kansas City. This game is going to be televised on the Peacock platform.
You're watching the cock.
Mm-hmm. Watching that cock all day, all night, baby. Chiefs here by only 3. Surprised by that? How are we going to? Is that Vegas's way of saying, we don't know what the Ravens have there with Derrick Henry. We don't know what they've got with that new high-powered offense because Derrick Henry is a very, very, very good running back. He's been one of the best running backs the last 5-6 seasons. He doesn't catch the ball at all in the backfield. He's not that threat. But the guy's a 250, 255-pound bowling ball that just, ever since he was 8 years old, has been destroying linebackers and defensive ends for the rest, from the beginning of time. Baltimore Ravens, this is the team that you think has a chance this year of dethroning the Chiefs, finally getting over the hump, finally making it to the Super Bowl, finally winning a Super Bowl. The Ravens are a really good organization, but it's going to take time for their offense to start clicking, man. It's, to me, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and wide receiver, not bad. Not bad at all. Lamar Jackson, they got better at running with Derrick Henry. Mark Andrews is a fantastic tight end. He finally has weapons. Lamar Jackson finally has weapons, has no excuses. Finally has a decent offensive line. Not a good offensive line. Finally has a decent one. The Ravens could go 13-4 this year.
They could, and they could actually beat the Chiefs. Arrowhead's hard to win.
Yeah.
It's hard to win in that stadium, but the Ravens always have an outstanding defense, man. And if they can go ahead and kind of cull the magic of Mahomes for a little bit there, they might give themselves a chance.
They held Mahomes to 17 points in the AFC Championship game, but they could only score 10.
That was their problem.
They could only score 10. And now they actually have they now have some depth.
Yeah.
They have some weapons there for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's got some targets to throw to.
The Chiefs coming out there with Patrick Mahomes, obviously the best quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Mahomes is, to me, the best quarterback we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco, the guy runs like a chicken with his head cut off, dude. I don't know what direction this guy is going when he runs the ball. It's like, woo.
Sorry. Dollar
right there. Marquise Brown will not be playing today. So big time wide receiver position right here. Wide receiver, possibly 1 or 2, could be Xavier Worthy, rookie from the Texas Longhorns, who broke an all-time record for the fastest 40 time at the Combine this past summer. Xavier Worthy. I wonder what the odds are. I'm going to look up the props for Xavier Worthy today.
Then
you got Travis Kelce, 34, 35 years old, coming on in. Rumors this weekend of a possible breakup with Taylor Swift, and they've denied it. They were saying that's just fake news being thrown around. But Travis Kelce coming out there. Will we have a Taylor Swift sighting? We don't know, right?
That's what I was going to ask you today. Are we going to have a Taylor Swift sighting? Speaking of Taylor Swift, one of the things that I was looking at on the X, just scouring, seeing what the news of the day was going to be for, NFL kicking off the season and whatnot. Lo and behold, what did I see here? I know a lot of fans, NFL fans, are going to be upset about this. Front Office Sports, one of my favorite follows, Taylor Swift is expected to attend more Kansas City games this NFL season. And what they're saying right now, we'll be prepared for her. And obviously, they're going to welcome her with open arms. Chiefs president Mark Donovan told Front Office Sports, of course he is. When she's there, what happens? Ratings go up.
They spike.
Especially for the women. They love them some Taylor Swift.
They do. And if you could show my screen, this is according to Fox News Channel, talking about how Taylor Swift's PR firm calls lawyers as documents with the exact date of their breakup went viral. Apparently, there was a Los Angeles based firm called Full Scope PR that basically started circulating on social media, on Reddit, a contract that said that they were going to break up on September 28th. And they're coming out, Kelsey's coming out going, what is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? But I don't know if people believe this or not. A lot of people came out and said that their relationship was fake and whatnot. I don't believe that's the case. Taylor Swift was famous to begin with. Kelsey was famous to begin with. It kind of makes sense. I don't know, man. But we'll see if they break up September 28th. What's the over-under? Dude, the over-under on the relationship was 9 months, and they passed it.
They passed that, man.
But let's go back to Xavier Worthy, man. Xavier Worthy, star wide receiver, Texas Longhorns, gets drafted late in the first round. And that's one of those Chiefs type of picks, right? Yeah. Xavier Worthy may have been the fourth or fifth receiver off the board. But a lot of people were like, dude, the guy runs a 4.21 or whatever it was in the on the 40. He goes out there and just sets the combine on fire, and he can catch the ball.
Fastest man on earth.
He can catch the ball. Dude, the Houston Texans had a receiver back in the day named Will Fuller, who would get wide open because he was one of the fastest guys not named Tyreek Hill in the NFL.
Yeah.
But the guy had cinder blocks his hands, and he couldn't catch the ball to save his freaking life. He'd be wide open because he would blow by somebody, but just couldn't catch it.
Even with the sticky gloves and all
with
that?
With nothing.
Damn, man.
You could put tape and pine tar all over his hands. He's going to drop the ball. Xavier Worthy can catch it. And I want to know what Xavier Worthy's prop bets are. Let me see if I can find them right now, because I would say his prop should be, let's say, 71 yards. Oh, my goodness. According to FanDuel, his over-under is 44.5 yards. Get me the over, baby.
Get the
He's
over.
Wide receiver 2 tomorrow, or tonight, rather, to Patrick Mahomes. You tell me Patrick Mahomes can't find him for 44 yards? Especially when you have one of the starting receivers out. Xavier Worthy essentially is a starter today. 44.5. You telling me that? 44.5.
And look at what Noah Bettis says. Will a dog, but he's always hurt too.
Yeah. Will Fuller. The over-under, by the way, for Derrick Henry in rushing yards today, according to FanDuel, 66.5.
Damn.
That seems kind of light.
That is a little light.
Is it because he has Lamar Jackson there who runs as well? 66. Maybe. I mean, that's 16 yards, 17 yards a quarter.
But Lamar, you don't got to run no more, dude.
Yeah.
Hand that ball off to someone else. If he stops running so much, he might extend his NFL career. He don't be running for his life out there no more.
Most definitely. FanDuel coming out saying, keep in mind, the Baltimore Ravens averaged 4.9 yards per carry, the third best in the NFL, and that the Ravens had 2,661 yards on the ground last year. 2661 on the ground.
That's a lot.
And that was before they brought in Derrick Henry. That's what they had Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
How much of that was Lamar Jackson?
Half.
Your best running back out there is your QB.
And Derrick Henry is also one of those running backs, one of the few out there. Remember back in the day, Emmitt Smith, Jerome Bettis, Marshall Faulk,
yep,
and Curtis Martin. LaDainian Tomlinson, you give them 25 to 30 carries on the ground, and then you try to toss it to them 5 or 6 times, right?
Yeah.
And now it's just not that. We do running back by committee. You get 10, you get 10, you get 6, and it's all done by committee. Derrick Henry is a walking running back committee, okay? He's like, you put me in there.
Oh, Brelly can move the pile, bro. No,
He can.
no doubt.
The only time you take him out if it's 3rd and 12. He ain't going to get you 12 yards, right? If you need a pass-catching running back on that play, it's not going to happen. Interesting. Knowing how good that offensive line is, knowing how good that ability to move the sticks is, maybe, just maybe, we look at this game and think to ourselves, the under? Like, call Brandon Big Papi Medina about that. What is the over-under in this game? Should it be under 44? Let's see here. Tonight's game, again, favored by 3 points, is your Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. You get 3 points for what? Being the home team.
Of course.
Right? Over under 46.5. Give me the under.
Give
me the under. 46.5. Give me the under. Give me the over on Derrick Henry, the over on Xavier Worthy. I know it sounds like it's contradictory, but give me the over, under on the spread, and give me the over. Oh, my God. Maybe I want to stay away from
You
Kansas
know what
City.
my favorite bet is? The money line.
The money line. Yeah. You could get Ravens money line for probably about 130, plus 140, 130. Not bad. D-Lo coming out on our YouTube stream saying defense is top tier when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens. Harry Austin is saying, let's go Denver Broncos.
In Bo we trust.
In Bo we trust. Got a rookie quarterback who, by the way, was named the team captain yesterday. First time in many years they had a rookie as a team captain. Any other good comments coming in?
Yeah, that's the comments that we have so far.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you can be part of the show by leaving a comment on our YouTube stream. Don't forget to already hit the like button, by the way. It hurts me a little bit when we see the number of people who watch this podcast and then don't hit the like button on the way out the door. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. And also, if you want to ask the 8-Ball anything, we're going to go ahead and put how you ask the Magic 8-Ball a question regarding your favorite NFL team, what the outlook might be. You want to ask anything about a certain player, a certain team, a certain coach, a certain owner. Do it now.
Okay, so let me tell you the phone call I received today, Joe. I got a phone call at 7:45 this morning by one of my colleagues. And I thought he was going to ask me a question about work. You know, I answered the phone, and at 7:45, I get up around 7:45 or 8 o'clock anyway to take my kids to school. But I woke up and I was like, hello. And he goes, got a question about your Saints. I'm like, what? And he goes, how long will it take before the Saints bench Derek Carr for Spencer Rattler? First of all, I love the name Spencer Rattler. That's a great name. Spencer Rattler, who played for South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, also OU, balled out this preseason for the Saints. He did very, very, very well. But the question became, is Spencer Rattler the quarterback of the future? He's a kind of like Dak Prescott. You got him in the mid-rounds. You know, you didn't spend a first-round draft pick on him. But there's question as to whether or not he's going to be the QB2, in fact, because Jake Haener is also there as a possibility of being the quarterback 2. But we're seeing Spencer Rattler, and I will tell you this much. If they call Spencer Rattler QB2, he's going to be the most popular guy in New Orleans because Derek Carr is just all right. He's just all right.
Come on.
He doesn't suck. He's just not good. He's just all right. He's going to get you 4,000 yards.
He's a
just
body,
right.
dude. He's a body.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to win games for you. He might not lose games for you. He's just all right. All right. I'm not going to say that he's the Julian Champagny of starting quarterbacks, but he's just all right. So Derek Carr is the clear-cut starter according to SaintsWire.com. But the question was, who is going to be the backup quarterback? Second-year player Jake Haener or rookie Spencer Rattler? If you name Spencer Rattler the QB2, that's trouble for Derek Carr because, again, who's the most popular guy on the field? Most popular guy in the stands? Whoever the backup quarterback is. And Spencer Rattler has played very, very, very well this preseason. Might be the future of this team.
Look at this coming in. Sith. Also a very diehard Spurs fan. He's saying, Dak is getting a new contract by Monday. Been reported.
Well, I mean, until it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly. You know. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show this too, Sith. There's your diehard Cowboy fan right there, man.
Cowboy fans are really in a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation.
Yeah.
And that's a great photo of Sith and his family. We've got a chance to meet his wife before over at Pete's place over there in Helotes.
Beautiful couple, man.
Very, very beautiful couple. I'm going on bloggingtheboys.com and also taking a look at their, by the way, RJ Ochoa, the great leader of Blogging the Boys, does a fantastic job over there. And I find it weird that they're retweeting photos of Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin.
The glory days.
That was 30 freaking years ago, dude. Do you know what the equivalent is? The equivalent is the year 2040.
It's the equivalent of
Tim, Tony, and Manu.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of what have Cowboys done for me lately if I'm a fan.
Right.
And I'm a fan, you know, but the thing is, I'm a jaded fan because I'm tired of this nonsense. They break your heart every damn year, and I hate watching the Stephen A. Smith rolling in the day after a Cowboy loss, especially either in the wild card game or a playoff. How you doing? How you doing? I told you all. I told you all. And it's true.
Yeah.
It happens every damn year. Doesn't matter how good they are in the regular season. When it matters, they shit the bed every time.
Every time. Now, here's the thing. Spotrac made an announcement today. They did a recalculation of Dak Prescott. What happens if the Cowboys don't sign him? RJ Ochoa from Blogging the Boys with a great caption here saying, real shame none of this information was known until today. Just bad luck for the Cowboys front office. We've been saying all this time, if Dak walks, plays this season out, doesn't sign an extension, if he walks, Cowboys have to eat $40 million of cap space, right? Incorrect. Spotrac says new numbers have been calculated. It is $55.13 million in cap space hit. Essentially, the Cowboys would lose more than 20% of their cap that season in order to let Dak Prescott walk away. Dak walks away, you lose 20% of your cap, Joe. 20% of your cap.
That's a
for
massive
one season.
That's a massive grab right there. 20% of your cap gone. But the thing is, I've seen a lot of people talking on these, you know, 4-letter networks and all these other talk shows, podcasts, and whatnot. And a lot of NFL, let's say, alum are coming to Dak's rescue here. And they're saying the Cowboys should sign Dak because if they don't, who else are they going to get? And they said that Dak is not to blame for the Cowboys' faux pas. You know, them not going far into the regular season because it's just not all his fault. That the fault has to fall not only on the coach, but the players as well, because they're going to win and they're going to lose as a team. So everybody's always blaming Dak. But the thing is, isn't a quarterback the leader of the team?
He is the leader of the team. And by the way, 20% is incorrect. I did the math. 21.6% of the cap. God. A little bit more than 20, right? So more than a fifth, but less than a fourth. He is the leader of the team. And it is disturbing when you see that playoff game where they got punched in the gut by the Green Bay Packers. And I don't want to see the stats where Dak threw for more than 400 yards.
Jordan Love, come on.
Well, Aaron Jones was the one that was going off.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys came out so flat offensively. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It was 3 and out, touchdown, 3 and out, touchdown, 3 and out, touchdown. I was in L.A. at my cousin's house watching this game, and I was laughing hysterically at this game because the Cowboys couldn't even get a first down for the first quarter of the game. Couldn't move the sticks. Green Bay had like a time of possession that was like 90% that game. So Dak Prescott was not ready to play. He was not ready to lead this team. But the Cowboys are in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation because they're not going to suck this year. They may not be good, but they're not going to get only just 5 or 6 or 7 wins. So worst case scenario for the Cowboys is the fact that they might not have a quarterback and might be stuck with the number 16 or 17 pick. My New Orleans Saints back in the day had their eyes set on a particular quarterback. They wanted to get him number 11 in the draft, but instead he went number 10 because a team jumped in front of him. What team jumped in front of him? The Kansas City Chiefs jumped in front and got a guy named Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, my homie. You could have had him on the Saints.
Could have had him on the Saints. His name was already written down to be drafted by the Saints. The Saints did not move up one spot. Somebody jumped in front of them, right? No different than when somebody jumped in front of the Cowboys to get J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain, and then the Cowboys were like, I guess
That's a move that
we'll get
the
Micah.
Saints, I bet, wish they had back.
Yeah, they could have given up a 4th rounder or a 3rd rounder just to move up 1 or 2 spots. And you go get your guy in the NFL. That's why I respect what the Houston Texans have done, right? They got C.J. Stroud, but then they moved back up to go number 3 in the draft to shore up their defense.
Yeah.
Cowboys right now, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Dak if you do, Dak if you don't, because they let Dak walk. We're not going to pay you $60 million.
They could still pay him.
Well, then who's the backup?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, who, by the way, is QB3. Cooper Rush is QB2. So what kind of record does this team have without Dak?
I say I'm going to go out on a limb right now, and I say Cowboy fan is going to be in for a disappointing season. I say the Cowboys will go and win 8 or 9 games, but it's not going to be enough to get you to the promised land.
Drew Show reaches out to us on our YouTube stream. Says, why are you guys trying to be Dak revisionists, Dak apologists?
Not apologizing.
To heck with Dak. Move on, pull that tooth, he says.
Yeah.
Dak, again, was runner-up when it came to the MVP vote last year. Tony Ornelas comes out and says, Cowboys 8-9 record this season. Mike, look at the schedule. Can't run the ball well. You become a one-dimensional offense. Defense will get tired due to offense efficiency. The Cowboys do have Dalvin Cook. No word yet as to whether or not he's going to start or play in the first game. He is available to play. Dalvin Cook, former star of the Minnesota Vikings, now on the team. But if you look at this dead cap hits, this would be the biggest dead cap hit of all time. The biggest all time right now, by the way. They were all quarterbacks, by the way. But the biggest one, most recently, 2023. I'm sorry, the Ryan Tannehill one was a big one. It was over $30 million. Russell Wilson was over $30 million. That's what the Broncos said. You know what? This guy sucks. This guy sucks. We're going to have to take a $30 million cap hit right now just to move on. And they had to take a couple of seasons back because of it all.
Yeah.
Cowboys, again, you need to have that extension. Was it by Monday?
By Monday.
So meantime, Jerry Jones is on the Stephen A. Smith show. And Jerry Jones is going out there talking about how he feels that the team is better now than before. And he comes out and says that he thinks that, real fast before we bring him on, Joe, Jerry Jones coming out saying, Stephen A. Smith show, I feel our team is better than last year. Telling Stephen A. Smith, and by the way, this is on YouTube as well, going on and telling him, Stephen A. Smith is smiling at him, going, you do realize your team is not as good as the years before. And Jerry's like, well, we're playing players you haven't seen play before. Players that we've drafted, players that we've held on to that are better than what we had before. And Stephen A. Smith is going out saying, dude, CeeDee Lamb wasn't even out there. Dak Prescott isn't signed to an extension. You have Mike McCarthy, the head coach, who doesn't have an extension. And meantime, you could have gotten Bill Belichick if you wanted to. And Jerry Jones is trying to sell him a bill of goods. Tell him, hey, well, we like McCarthy. He's a Super Bowl champion.
We like the team we have.
Yeah, we got CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb came in, right? He's in. We got Dak still. Yeah, we don't have a running game, but we got Dalvin Cook now. And he's coming out. Jerry Jones coming out the eve of the NFL season. Coming out and saying, we're better than what we were last year. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think Jerry Jones has passed his prime as GM. Guy's in his 80s, man. And he's coming out there saying, only I can do this. Only I can run this team. Only I can do the contracts. It is narcissism at its finest.
Jerry looking like he's ready for the grave already, man.
One foot in the casket already, right? But hey, again, it's a great talk. Stephen A. Smith show on YouTube. You can also catch it on ESPN as well.
Yeah, but we are going to go ahead and bring somebody on right now.
Let's bring him.
Our guest, the one and only Jeff Garcia of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Jeff, welcome to the show, my friend.
Wait. Are we going to do the money?
Do you want to?
Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do a proper introduction.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar bills, y'all.
There you go.
Jeff Garcia.
The case.
Jeff,
every day for me.
Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5, recently knighted by
That's right.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg, coming out and saying that you are the what again?
The city's geek ambassador. I'm a proud nerd. I think everybody in San Antonio knows that. So hey, I'll take it. It's ex official.
It's ex official. We need like a proclamation, like on this day,
Yeah,
the 5th
something like
of
that'd be
September,
cool.
in the year of the Lord 2024.
Put Jeff's face on a dollar bill, man. He is the
No,
geek
the
ambassador.
nerd dollar bill.
Yeah, the nerd
It's all
dollar
nerded
bill.
out.
Merch is good. We're at the cons.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you, going to cons, it's really just a big flea market. If you really think about it, it's just really a big flea market.
Jeff's wallet goes
Wait,
every time he sees a con.
but it does have some hotties in cosplay, right?
Oh,
No
yeah.
comment by Jeff
No
Garcia.
comment. No comment. No comment.
Jeff's hotties are he's looking at what merch is he gonna get. He can't
Man,
help
let me tell
himself,
you,
man.
I went to San Japan last weekend, and that vendor hall was insane. I picked up a few things, and but I walked in there and I said, "Oh no, this is not good. This is not good."
Okay.
I mean, they literally have replicas of the Sword of Omens from Thundercats. I was close to pulling the trigger.
We have a question coming in from Hanover Fist for Jeff Garcia, asking the question: who has bigger arms right now, Jeff or Mayor Ron?
I do.
Oh, shots fired.
My goodness!
Wow. I didn't expect that one. I didn't expect that
You know
one.
what? I respect it.
All right. Yeah.
I respect it. I'm looking up some photos of Mayor Ron. If you can show my screen there, when he's over at, he's got some guns, dude. He's got
Hey,
some
what-
guns. This
y'all
is
know
him at
what
the
he works out
SAFC. Huh?
No.
Where does he work out at? Like a Planet Fitness, or what's he doing?
Planet Fitness. I'm sure it's some like Spartan place that he'll work out
Yeah.
at. No frills, just sweating your ass off.
He's lifted
with just
tires.
one fan. Yeah.
He's got
Hey,
anvils.
Jimenez knows that I don't mess around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't mess around, man. Anvils and everything,
But
dude.
Jimenez is sneaky athletic, Jeff. He said he was able to keep up.
Apparently he said he's faster than Chris Leja.
Fast
Still
and
waiting
quick are
for
two
that
different
foot
things.
race.
By the way, Jeff, I am down 22 pounds now for the last 18
Keep
months,
it
man.
going.
I
Keep
broke
it going.
I broke through the plateau there, man, and I'm getting all right, dude. I'm getting all right. Honestly, I'm about 10 pounds away from where I want to be, dude. Give me 10 more pounds of weight loss, I'm fine. I don't want to be skinny, dude. I just want to have a medium dad bod.
You're seeing you know what machine should try to lose some weight. I tried it yesterday for the first time. You ever heard of a Jacob's ladder?
Oh yeah, man.
That I can only last like 2.5 minutes on that thing. That thing kills you.
Jeez.
I mean, it's like combining a Stairmaster with a treadmill with an elliptical all in one. And even there's the owner of the gym. He's a big dude. I mean, big dude. And he and I were talking. He goes, I can't pass 2 minutes straight, and it'll destroy you. I had to do 2 minutes, stop, get back on 2 minutes. I mean, that was the only way I could survive.
Now, I was yesterday doing squats, and I was doing some yoga poses yesterday after my workout, man. I did arm work.
The art of seduction.
The art of seduction.
Jeez.
Nice. Talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. I'm on ESPN.com, and if you go to their NBA page, the headline is Spurs Keldon Johnson switches number to give Chris Paul his number 3. I cannot believe that is the lead story for ESPN.com's NBA page, but it is what it is. We saw the rumblings, we saw the jerseys and things that you would see at the store. I knew that this was going to happen because CP3 is a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. May not be a champion, but he's a future Hall of Famer, and Keldon just needs to know his role.
I was going to ask you a question, Jeff. Jeff, too, has been one of the guys that's been breaking news in this, right? He's been following this story for quite some time. Even him and our good friend, Daniel Castro from Castro and Sons Solar, had sent Jeff the picture. Of showing the merch, out there. I believe it was at Dick's Sporting Goods, was it not?
Yeah, it was at Dick's, yeah.
Yeah, so remember you had also talked, I believe you had an interview, you had put something out there where Keldon Johnson said that he wasn't going to give up the number 3. And lo and behold, he gave it up, Jeff. So give us the skinny. What's going on?
You know what? That fan in the video, if you go back and watch it, the fan flat out asked him, like, goes, okay, so you're not changing it? And then Keldon did say what he said. And Keldon was adamant, just adamant. He was not kidding around. He wasn't joking. Yeah, he was sticking with 3. Well, the fan then says, okay, good, because I'm giving you a jersey number 3 for you to sign, and I would hate to switch it out. So, uh-oh. But no, obviously something happened between now and then. My gut feeling is either, I think Chris Paul paid him a boatload of money. Paid him some
no doubt.
And I'm sure that Pop got to his ear and was like, dude, it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. And, Keldon entering his 6th season with the Spurs, it's hard to believe he's been with the team for that long, and he's
the longest tenured.
He's going to be with this team for a while. He was he was the contract dangle out there. We see Keldon Johnson working his ass off, getting slimmer.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing a little bit different. No more big body.
Yeah,
it's going to be like this. The Keldon Johnson bobblehead that I have right there. This is not going to be good no more, Jeff, because I need to get it with the number 0 now. So the Spurs going to give us another bobblehead night. You know the curse of the bobbleheads, right?
Probably. But, I guess it's just new beginnings for him. New number, new physique. He'll probably continue coming off the bench. But, all the signs were there. It wasn't just that Dick's Sporting Goods released the T-shirts with CP3's number on it early. The NBA 2K25, they work in conjunction with the NBA, and whatever happens on the real life gets reflected back into the video game. Mm-hmm. And in that video game, there was Keldon with 0 and Chris Paul with 3. So it was kind of like the worst kept secret. But it's just so silly. That's how bad this offseason has been. We're talking about jersey numbers. That's what we're talking about. Not about Wemby's year 2. We're talking about jersey numbers, but it is what it is. It's something to just have fun as the offseason continues.
I was going to ask you another question because this is something that we talked about yesterday, and no one's really talking about this. And it's something that I found on the X, just, scouring the X, looking for stories. Victor Wembanyama, they were saying, this particular story that we were sharing yesterday, he could actually be the front runner for most improved player of the year going into next season. What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, that's not new news. That's been out there for about months, and I think people are just catching up on it. I actually got ahead of it when the odds were released months ago. But second, not surprising. Jimenez, help me out here. There was kind of a top tier player that wanted. Was it Giannis who won it?
Yeah, Giannis won. Tyrese Maxey won last year.
Yeah. So it's not unheard of top talent NBA players to get that.
Yeah, McGrady's won in the past. And in fact, most recently, you're more than likely an all-star to win it than not. But I think that the odds of him being most improved player, it's so funny. We talked about this yesterday on the show, how the same sports writers who don't want to recognize you as a rookie, suddenly just you being a second-year player, they're like all about you, And if Wemby goes out there, averages 26 points per game, 12 or 13 rebounds, leads the league in blocks, defensive player of the year, he's going to win it. And he's got to build a trophy case at that point for the individual accolades. By the way, I'm taking a look at the Spurs depth chart for this upcoming season, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
What I found funny was that when I saw online the depth chart, we talked about Keldon Johnson. They had Keldon Johnson as the 9th guy on the team.
Yeah.
Because they had the 5 starters. They had Stephon Castle listed as the 6th player on the team. Trey Jones at 7. Zach Collins at 8. Then Keldon. And then Champagnie. What I find funny, though, about it all is that I'm looking at the depth chart according to ESPN.com. There's only one player who's listed as playing 3 positions. What player is that?
Say it one more time.
There's only one player on the Spurs roster, according to ESPN, who plays 3 positions. What player is that?
Is it Castle?
Yep.
They
have Stephon Castle listed as a point guard, shooting guard, and small forward.
Small forward, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's something to keep an eye on is the point guard situation. Good problem to have, but if you look at it, as of right now, Castle is the 3rd. Third has to be the 3rd. He's got to overtake Wesley. As far as the depth chart with the point guard, ain't no way he's getting more minutes than CP3. I doubt he'll get more minutes than Trey Jones, and then there's Castle and Wesley. But know what's going to get him minutes though? his defense. That's what's going to get him defense. Yeah.
Well, do you know what gets me excited about Stephon Castle? And I know that there was excitement for like a player like Reed Shepard, who looks like he's just a sharpshooter, and he's over with the Rockets now. But what I like about Stephon Castle is, remember that experiment that Pop had with Sohan last year? They had him play point guard. It was a failed experiment. It really was. Mm-hmm. But you can take a look at Stephon Castle and say, you know what? We're going to play you some point. We're going to play you the 2. We're going to play you the 3 and see where you fit best on this team as an NBA player. That's the exciting thing about Stephon Castle, is how versatile he can be on the court, because he's 6'6.5". He's a big guy.
Yeah, I would not even be surprised early in the season that perhaps he gets a little burn in Austin. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, because, first of all, it's not uncommon, again, for top picks to get a little burn in their respective G League team. So would you rather have Castle on the bench for a while, or getting some significant minutes with Austin? Again, I'm not saying for the entire Austin season, not even for an entire NBA season. I'm talking about like maybe 3 games at most.
I would
rather to get him going.
I'd rather have him with the varsity squad, because he showed in the summer league that he was head and shoulders above everybody else that was there. So if he struggled in the offseason, I would have been like, okay, let's go ahead and send him out there for a few weeks, couple of months, whatever the case may be. But Pop didn't send Sohan down there. So I don't remember Sohan ever putting on an Austin Spurs jersey. And fact of the matter is, this guy's the number 4 pick in the overall draft, right? So I would rather keep him here. Talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. It's funny because I like going onto your Twitter account at Jeff G Spurs Zone, and you retweet a lot of interesting things. And there was one thing that I saw today. I had not seen a Roger Mason Jr. highlight. So Dr. Danny Sanders, you retweeted this. What was this all about? Why was everybody getting excited about Roger Mason Jr.?
Because the retweet of Danny was that he was reminding a Lakers fan that, sure, maybe Kobe Bryant had a clutch shot in that game, but ultimately the clutch shots was Roger Mason nailing the shot. So he was just sending out a reminder to Laker fans that who really won that game.
What was his nickname? Did he have a nickname on this team?
Mason?
Roger Mason Jr. Yeah,
I think it was Money Mace, wasn't it?
Money Mace. Sounds like
I remember that.
I remember that. I'll go with it, man. I like it. Talking to Jeff.
He ended up after his playing days were over. He ended up becoming the Big 3 commissioner.
He did
for a while, and then he exited, and I don't know what he's doing now.
So today on Locked On Spurs, talking about Wemby, the Lakers, and more. Who do you got going on today? And you're doing fan comments today. Who do you have as your guest?
Well, there's no Locked On. We're still on off-season mode, but there'll be one tomorrow. We already got that in the can there. We're just going to edit it up. But we have the Austin Spurs. They announced their season schedule. They're going to be playing 2 games away from Cedar Park, Texas, 1 game in Laredo, Texas.
Wow.
That'll be the 3rd consecutive game out in around the Laredo. And then they're playing a game in San Antonio, and this is cool. It's going to be literally a double header for Spurs fans. You'll get to have the Austin Spurs game as they take on the Knicks, Westchester Knicks, not the New York Knicks. And then right after that game, it's Spurs Nets. So you get a double header there, and good stuff. And I had a chance to talk to the new Austin Spurs head coach, Scott King. It's out right now. Interesting player. Apparently, well, let me rephrase this. An interesting player he picked that inspired him and wore silver and black. Matt Bonner. He talked about Matt Bonner and how he was early influential in Scott King's basketball career, and what type of coach he's going to be. When he got the news, and he even said during the interview, he was, I feel like I'm being interviewed for the Austin Spurs job right now with you, Jeff. He said there was a lot of similar questions that the Spurs asked. So that's pretty interesting to hear, what kind of questions San Antonio asked of its coaches. So it's all that, and it's out right now. And just having some fun, enjoying the off season before it gets all crazy in about less than a month, about a little over a month, maybe.
A little over a month. One of the things that we're not talking a lot about, and maybe this is something we can talk about on our episode, coming up here, is what's going to happen with the Spurs offense. So we know last year that the Spurs were known as kind of a run-first team, because they had a lot of young legs out there. They were one of the fastest teams as far as pace goes in the NBA. Now that they've added Harrison Barnes, they've added CP3, they're going to have a different look about them to their offense. Mm-hmm. Are they going to be more of a half-court kind of team, or are they going to still try to get out and run the ball? Mind you, CP3 is up there in age, so he's not going to be, I guess, readily available to be able to run up and down the court with all those young legs out there. So I'm interested to see what that dynamic's going to look like, Jeff. I mean, what are you thinking? Is it going to be more of the same, or is it they going to adjust a little bit to accommodate the veterans?
Well, I think with CP, I think he can do a kind of a little bit of run and gun. I don't think he's going to be full on, Lob City, Chris Paul, New Orleans Pelicans, Hornets days. But yeah, I think you can see a little bit of that. I think you know what I would like to see, Joe? The return of 4 down.
Yeah,
interesting. And Wemby. I would not mind seeing that. I think it'd be devastating. You think that Duncan was a beast, and imagine Wemby running 4 down. But I'm really interested to see, because if you look at the roster right now, guys, who is your knockdown, no doubt about it, Money Mason-like shooter on the Spurs? I don't see one right now at all.
Yeah, we
maybe
really
Barnes,
don't have one.
Maybe Barnes.
Yeah. Oh, well, Vassell.
Is he really Vassell? I mean, you're knockdown, reliable, gonna knock down that deep 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think Vassell is probably the most money when it comes to that, along with Barnes. Midtown Texas asking the question on our YouTube stream: more set plays or less for this team? I'm hoping.
I'm gonna go with less.
Yeah, I'm hoping for fewer.
Yeah.
Talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs, Ken's 5. Not only do we talk sports with Jeff and Spurs, but we talk pop culture. Tomorrow is a big day at the movies. Beetlejuice 2 comes out, starring Michael
Beetlejuice,
Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega, Catherine O'Hara is also making a return. I will say this, Joe and Jeff: Michael Keaton, Christian Bale are the 2 actors that bat 1,000 for me.
No, Marky Mark.
Marky Mark bats about 750, right?
Marky Mark.
What do you mean by bat 1,000?
What's that?
What do you mean by bat 1,000?
Bat 1,000 means I've never seen a movie of theirs that I didn't like.
Oh, I see.
Like they get it's a hit after hit after hit after hit. And it doesn't mean it's a blockbuster hit. It just means that if I watch 10 Michael Keaton movies, I'm going to enjoy 10 Michael Keaton movies.
Christian Bale movies, you're going to like
Christian
them.
Bale.
That is a flat out lie, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why is that?
Because you don't like the Batman movies.
You know what? Christian Bale, I don't think I've seen a Christian Bale Batman movie.
Really? Jeff?
You know what? One movie I was kind of iffy on with Keaton? Jack Frost. I didn't realize. I was like,
I haven't seen that one. Most recently, like I saw Michael Keaton with the Founder, which is the creation
that's
of
a good
McDonald's. That was a good movie.
That was good. Yeah, I saw that.
He was in Spotlight, which won Best Picture at the Oscars, which was a great movie. I mean, you go back in time to Johnny Dangerously, which was great.
Well, check out that series he did in Hulu about the opioid.
That was good.
A really good one. Yeah,
that was really, really good. So no, I've seen that one as well. Michael Keaton is just somebody who just low key just has banger after banger when it comes to movies. And now he's coming out, and I hate it whenever they do these remakes, but the fact of the matter is that he's coming back. And it kind of makes sense that he's coming back, because why? When we saw Beetlejuice end, he was stuck in line for years to come. Remember, he was trying to, he got his head shrunken, he was trying to jump in line. You know? So Michael Keaton, man, has a great list of movies. He bats 1,000 for me, dude. Even on The Other Guys, when he plays the sergeant, who talks a bunch of TLC lines, just great.
You know what? I think about movies and I was just thinking about shows right now. You know what movie I recommend everybody to check out on Netflix? It's called Average Joe. Okay, so first of all, like I told everybody I recommend this show to. You're gonna want to bail after about 3 episodes. You're gonna be like,
one of those.
What? Yeah, you could be like, what is this? Like, what's going on? Is it a comedy? Like, what is this? And but then it just takes a sudden dark turn. I mean, I'll give you a little hint. It's not giving away anything. They chop up a teenager. Not kidding, and you see it.
Nice.
It's pretty dark. But that's when I recommend. Again, you're gonna want to bail. You're gonna be like, Jeff, I'm not gonna take a recommendation from you again. No, just stick with it, and then
it's a slow burn.
Just go from like night and day. It'll be from what is going on to now I see what's going on. It's just dark, and it's on Netflix.
What is the name of that show again?
Average Joe.
Average Joe
On Netflix. Okay, I'll check that out. It's weird to get these slow burns, man, but it happens every once in a while. Even on comedies, Schitt's Creek was a slow burn.
It was pretty funny.
It was kind of like you go back and watch it the second time, it's funny. But when you first got into the show, it was a slow burn. The Office is a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
People are telling me that The Bear is a slow burn. I couldn't
like
get
the
into
Bear.
it.
The Bear's good.
The Bear's great, dude. You're out of your mind.
I'm sure it's good, but I watched 3 or 4 episodes and I just couldn't get into it. By the way, other movies coming out this month.
Yeah.
September 20th, Transformers 1. Do I need to watch 1986 first
Before
watching 20th Transformers 1?
Leave that one
Not at
alone.
all. Not
Leave it
at all.
alone.
Dude, this one has Keegan Michael Key and John Hamm. I love both.
No, you don't have to see 87 for this one at all. Or 86, excuse me, 86. You don't have to see this one at all.
Other movies coming out this summer, by the way, on September 20th. Wolves with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. You're going to have Joker. I don't even know how to say the rest of it. Folie à deux? What is that?
Hey, it's already Joe. Hey, Joe, it's already getting bad reviews.
I know.
Really?
It's mixed bag.
Yeah.
You know what got good reviews? Beetlejuice. They said that certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
And this is everybody watching it as far as the pre-screener and some of the members of the media. Everybody seems to like this one.
Oh, my God. There's another Smile episode. Smile 2 comes out October 18th.
Yeah.
Dude, Smile 1 freaked me the F out, man.
Yeah. Jeff actually had something he wanted to say here. I think you were going to talk to us a little bit about that Terminator anime that came out on Netflix.
Oh, good Lord. Joe, let me tell you, have you seen it already?
I have not seen it yet, but I've heard good things.
You're going to be standing up, applauding every episode. You're going to be weeping and tears of joy at the end of it. It's exactly what the Terminator franchise needed. It needed life. That brought it back to life. And let me tell you now, it's brutal. Brutal. They don't hold back. You're seeing people get slaughtered. So I'm glad, because Joe, think about it. The last really good show we had was one of the 90s. That was it. That
Terminator
was the last
2,
one.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. All the ones after that have been, I guess. I thought Jimenez talked about Batman 1000.
Yeah.
Where Christian Bale comes short is his Terminator movie. It was kind of bleh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in a Terminator movie, and it was not that good.
It looked like it was going to be okay, but then it just went ho-hum. It just was, it's all right. Wasn't the worst, but it also wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, so, I mean, seriously, everybody watch Terminator Zero on, even if you're not an anime fan, even if you're not an animation fan, you'll be sucked in from jump. That opening scene is worth the price of admission. It is so good. Another nerd news, because y'all do have the city's geek ambassador on, right?
Yep.
Okay, we have some comments coming in to our YouTube stream. Sam asking the question says, Mike, I swear if you haven't seen Mr. Mom, goes on and says you can't beat that movie. I saw Mr. Mom growing up. That was a funny movie. Tony Ronaldo saying The Office was not a slow burn. Freaking funniest comedy of all time. No, it wasn't, dude.
It was.
It's a good movie. It's a good show. It's a good show. It's not all time, dude. I mean, Seinfeld called. Would like to have a word with you.
Mm-hmm.
Couple things, by the way, Jeff. I know you like to jog. I know you like to go out and get a good run in, right?
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, read right now on mysa.com, a cold front is coming in.
Oh, yes.
The first time of the year. Temperatures in the 60s in
nice.
San Antonio.
You guys are wimps. You
65.
guys are wimps.
It's
You
gonna
60s cold.
It's gonna get. Well, I'm not saying it's cold. I'm just saying it's beautiful.
That's nice.
The first false fall is coming
Yeah.
in, so we're gonna have temperatures this weekend. Check this out, and you have the UTSA Texas State game at Bobcat Stadium, right? The high on Saturday, 90, low of 65 on Sunday, Monday, all of next week. Highs in the mid 80s here in San Antonio with lows in the mid 60s. And then it warms up to the low 70s. Dude, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days in a row, Joe and Jeff, where temperatures will be in the highs in the 80s.
It's a nice, comfortable environment. Jeff can might think about working out outside.
Man, I wouldn't mind going for a run outside. I haven't been able to do one because it's been just so hot.
106,
So
108.
I was not gonna.
Wait, is fall
Not
here?
gonna risk that.
Is fall here?
No.
It's been a while.
Can I go put up the Halloween decorations?
If you come in here tomorrow drinking pumpkin spice, I ain't letting you in.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I ain't letting you in the studio, man. That's false fall.
Dude, there's a girl who does radio. She's like a rock DJ in Chicago. Her name is Maria Palmer. Look up her Summerween skit that she has on Instagram and on TikTok. It is hysterical. Summerween, by the way, is when people celebrate or they decorate in Halloween stuff really early, like before the time. Like, you really shouldn't put up your decorations until October 1, right? But if you go to the stores and there's some people out there who put it up early, that's Summerween.
Summerween.
And then she does this whole thing to the song Summer Breeze. She calls it Summerween, makes me feel right.
Oh, man.
It's great. Also, I bet you if I go right now to Lowe's or Home Depot, I bet you Christmas stuff is up.
Oh, I bet you it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's
yeah.
even up at Dollar General right now.
Oh, man. Dollar General serving it up already, dude. They got a whole bunch of Christmas stuff. You know who else did? Costco and Sam's. Already got the Christmas stuff up. You go through the aisles. What in the world? We ain't even done with October. We're not even in the month of October yet.
Oh, dude,
They're starting early, dude.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go home, make some cocoa. Woo!
Hey,
highs of 86.
Are we gonna have a Halloween party at Mike's place?
Ooh, I used to throw really good Halloween parties back in the day.
Do another one.
I used to hire a DJ Apollo, who still does it.
Yeah.
He'd be spinning the ones and twos, as they say, in the middle of my living room. And I have the space to make it happen.
Hey, I wonder, Jeff, if you went to Mike's Halloween party, if he throws one this year, what would you go as?
It's a good question. That's a very good question. Oh, man. What would I go as?
It'd have to be a throwback. I know that.
Well, throwback or maybe just some obscure anime character.
I wonder what Mike would go as. Maybe Beetlejuice.
No, Jimenez, that'll be a good one for you. No,
Beetlejuice.
seriously.
No, I think I want to go out as one of the Blood In, Blood Out characters.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
My
no. I don't think you're allowed.
man.
I grow some facial hair out.
No, bro.
Get fake tats put on me. wear a button up, but only tie the top button. I can go.
Man.
I can go, dude. I can get an Edgar and go as Exit
Jeez.
7. Just have a sign
That'd be
on me
funny.
that says
That'd be
Exit
funny.
7. I'll go as Marbach.
Hey, I got the
I'll
picture
go
of
as
you.
Marbach.
I got the picture of you with the freaking Marbach. Remember I made that? That was funny, man.
Like, how would I go as Marbach?
Just get a wig.
Couple of gunshot holes, stab marks on my shirt.
You got to get a grill.
Just put a sandwich board on you, and so it looks like the Exit 7.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
you know,
no.
like the green, yeah.
Right. I'll get the Exit 7 with the green. I like this idea. I like it a lot. I think I might need Bear County Social Apparel to help me out with this.
You got to get a gold chain, one of those plastic gold chains to wear. Yeah, man, you could pull that one off. That would be a good look for you.
You know,
actually.
and since I've lost weight, I can put no belt on, and my freaking jeans will sag down to my ass. By the way, we have Drew Show reaching out asking the question: did I go on Ozempic? Nope. It's just called working out and eating better.
Yeah, Mike, don't do that Ozempic. You can get that Ozempic face, man.
Tony Ronaldo saying I can go as Fred's fish fry.
That'd be hilarious.
Fred's fish fry.
Oh,
all
my,
right, man. I know we're gonna have to go ahead and say goodbye to Jeff because we've had him on for a little bit, and I know he's got things to do today. He's got a lot of work. Busy man.
Yeah, Joe's going to be on the next episode of Lockdown Spurs when we kick off the week. Finally, we found a day where Joe can come on, so look forward to that next week.
Look at this, Jeff. Before we let you go, MGTOWN, Texas says Mike can be Ernie from the George Lopez show. Dead ringer. Dead ringer.
You know what? It's actually spot on, man. This is another good idea. But you know what, Jimenez, I like your Exit 7 idea. That's awesome.
Oh, and you could get a cardboard and put Puro Exit 7 on it.
Yeah.
Make it look like the sign. You know?
I like it. I like it.
I like that too. All right, Jeff. Well, thanks so much,
right,
man. We'll catch you on the next one, and make sure you all go and listen to Locked On Spurs with Jeff Garcia.
Laters, dudes.
Laters, man.
Bro. Thanks for being on, brother. That's always cool. Again, we like having guests around here. You know, we had Spernandez on yesterday, Jeff Garcia on today. Tomorrow, Johnny Walker, Texas Longhorns legend Johnny Walker, former wide receiver great, former Holmes Husky great. led the Huskies to almost to the promised land back in the mid 80s.
Almost to the promised land.
They beat Judson 30-29 at the Alamo Stadium, and you know who was there? 9-year-old Jimenez was there.
9-year-old.
9-year-old Jimenez, because my sisters were in high school in the early to mid 80s as well, so we used to go to all their games.
Well, let's get some love to Jeff before we go ahead and start continuing the second half of our show here. Locked on Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked on Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked on Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
That's right. I subscribe on Spotify and YouTube, and you should as well. Again, the daily coverage will begin. He has daily coverage when it comes to like articles and things like that, Spurs news and things like that. But when it comes to the actual podcast itself, they're on summer mode right now, but they'll get things going because the season starts next month already. Preseason games in like 4 weeks.
Yeah, and I'll be the guest on the next Locked on Spurs with Jeff Garcia.
Very, very nice. Can I ask you a question? I'm on people.com right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check it out.
Is Kelly Clarkson suddenly a Nugget?
I think she's always been a Nugget, dude. She's always been.
I mean, she's been a big girl for a while.
Come on, Mike. What was wrong with her?
When she first came out on American Idol, right? Yeah. She was the first American Idol winner. It was her, that guy Justin, right? Justin Guarini or whatever, right? Who, by the way, is now the Dr. Pepper guy who looks like the like Prince.
Little Sweet.
That's his name. Yeah. So, she's a Texas girl, dude. She screams Texas. And she did that From Justin to Kelly movie. And then she got married, and then, she had some hit songs, Since You've Been Gone, and all of that stuff, right? Had a good string of hits in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Then became kind of a big girl.
She wasn't big.
She was, dude.
No, Mike.
She was. She was big.
Not, Mike.
And then she goes off and gets this TV show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, which, by the way, is really good. And now she does karaoke, where she sings she does a karaoke part on these shows. She has lost a significant amount of weight. Her and Adele have lost a lot of weight. Rebel Wilson has lost a lot of weight. I don't know if it's Ozempic or what. But Kelly Clarkson, I've always thought was really pretty. And they're showing photos of her in New York City just walking around, and she looks good. She's a nugget. I dig the bangs.
She's always been, dude. That's the thing. Always been.
Why is it when everyone loses weight? Are you on Ozempic? I have no idea what Ozempic does. That's the thing. I don't know.
It gives you that Ozempic face, man.
What does that mean?
It looks like you get your body's just been sucked dry of its nutrients. You kind of look like a Skeletor from He-Man, They get this caved in kind of face, man. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look natural.
Breaking news from mysa.com right now saying that Debbie Stroud, a San Antonian, has been named Whataburger's new CEO. Remember, Whataburger sold themselves to the devil by going to a Chicago-based company at some point? But Whataburger is naming a new CEO for 2025. The former CEO, Ed Nelson, intends to step down at the end of the year. So Debbie Stroud, who's a San Antonio local resident, is taking over as the successor.
Well, maybe her first order of business here should be bring back the white Whataburger bags and up the quality control, because it's taken a dive ever since it got bought out by that conglomerate over in Chicago, and they changed the bags from white to brown. Never been the same.
Now, it was Taco Cabana that went Chicago, so maybe not so much.
No, it was Whataburger.
Whataburger too? So the new executive was also an executive at Starbucks and McDonald's. And this is during her 5-year run at Starbucks. She was responsible for 10,000 Starbucks locations nationwide. Interesting. So coming back home, making it San Antonio. Look at the orange. They even have the orange backdrop for the photo that they presented. Whataburger. Okay, when you go to Whataburger, Joe, are you more excited about the lunch menu or are you more excited about the breakfast menu?
The only thing I get from Whataburger nowadays is probably going to be if I stop by to get something I'm picking up something for breakfast, man. I'm not getting
like the breakfast.
I'm not getting no burgers from there because the burgers have taken a dive. I'm gonna go to what is it, Burger Boy down the street.
Okay, here's the thing. The strips have gone downhill at that place. Burger Boy's good. I don't mind Burger Boy at all.
It's a good burger.
But the problem with Burger Boy, they only got American cheese. That's gross.
No.
Step up your cheese game, Burger Boy.
Just if you don't like it, just go ahead and slap on some pepper jack or Colby Jack, whatever you want, and you get home.
See, James Pledger used to always make fun of me for that because I would go get burgers and I'd bring my own cheese. That was a whole thing, and they thought it was a bit, but I'm like, I hate American cheese. The only time I like American cheese, a couple times, the McDonald's little cheeseburgers, the little ones that you get in the Happy Meal. For some reason, with the little onion flavors, onion
the little
bits,
chopped onions that they have with the ketchup.
the ketchup and the mustard and the pickles, it kind of goes together. I hate American cheese. People will say, well, isn't like queso kind of American cheese or Velveeta?
What do they call that? Cheese Whiz. That Cheese Whiz is
Yeah.
nasty, bro.
Sam Salinas coming out and saying McDonald's burgers were ass. Okay, so back in the day. Okay, so do they still have the Texas Homestyle burger? I can't remember the last time I had.
They do, man. I've been there in a minute.
I've had the little cheeseburgers, right? And I like going there for breakfast, right? I mean, don't get me started on the McGriddles, dude. The McGriddles are really good. But a burger like a Big Mac, they come out with one that's coming out. Apparently, I'm going to look it up right now. McDonald's is coming out with a chicken Big Mac. Did you hear about that?
A chicken Big Mac? I never heard of that, man.
Oh, yeah. Here's an article from 3 days ago. There's going to be a chicken Big Mac. So you know how you have the Big Mac that has the Big Mac that has the 3 pieces of bread with the 2 buns, right? With 3 pieces of bread with the 2 meats, right? I don't know what's going on here with this American Express thing. Let me go. Here it goes. Here it is. It's a story that came out. Look at that thing. It's 2 pieces of chicken. It is a chicken. Let me pause that. It is a chicken Big Mac. Your thoughts, Joe?
I don't know. They should call it the Chicken Mac.
I think that's what they're calling it, or the Chick Mac or something like that.
Chicken Mac. Because you can't call it the McChicken because I think they already got
that was a little chicken sandwich back in the day.
And that chicken sandwich was ass, dude.
So I guess it's called the Chicken Big Mac, and it appears to be coming to the United States.
Yeah.
Apparently they're doing it elsewhere.
I ain't excited about that. Chick-fil-A's top tier, bro.
Did you hear about the McDonald's, the Big Mac orgy?
God.
Are you familiar with the Big Mac orgy?
No, man.
I'm sorry, it's called the McGangbang.
God, bro.
Did you know that you can order a McBang?
This whole segment took a turn, bro.
It is a Big Mac that has a hamburger bun, a hamburger patty, a chicken patty, and a Filet-O-Fish.
That's nasty, dude.
It is called the McGangbang.
No, that's nasty, dude. You like eating some McDonald's, man, because you know about the menu and everything, dude. I ain't been to McDonald's in I don't know how long.
I want to look up the Big Mac McGangbang. You know what? Do me a favor. Take my phone. Take me off the screen. Go $2.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not gonna look up something and see something
nefarious.
Okay, here we go. I was Google imaging McGangbang.
God.
I didn't want something else coming up, right? But you can show my screen, by the way. Yeah,
is it safe? Is it safe?
Dude, a Filet-O-Fish, a piece of chicken, and a burger patty. That's the McGangbang.
I look like it's gonna hurt your stomach, bro. You're gonna be on the damn toilet later on.
Tony Ronaldo reaches out and says, "Kids are listening, Quachino. So's your girlfriend."
You know what? I bet you if you left that McDonald's burger just like that, it probably last out there for about a month. No refrigeration needed. It would have no mold, nothing growing on it, dude.
Can you imagine going up to the drive-thru, and it's a secret menu, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like when you go to In-N-Out Burger, animal style, right? There's nothing on there that says animal style, but they know what that means. And that's okay.
In-N-Out is ass, dude. Their fries suck, dude.
The shakes are good. I don't know. The fries are really good at Burger Boy, right?
And people don't like them. They're the crinkled fries. I thought they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to get Burger Boy today. We're going to make that happen.
Not bad, dude. I'm telling you, Burger Boy. The working man.
Midtown saying back walking the McOrgy. I forgot what it was called. It's a McGangbang. I'm sorry. It's a McGangbang. I had it wrong. I had the wrong
Cochino
word.
Mike.
It was a McMenage a Trois is what it was.
Gosh, man. Hey, let's talking about food. You getting hungry?
Let's go from the Mick to the MCS General Contracting. Let's give them some love.
Oh, my goodness, dude. Let's give them some love, man. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business. Honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
They are the McGangbang of concrete placement, baby. Diamond hard concrete placement.
Diamond hard.
I'm a customer. You know, we had 4 inches of rain literally 4 inches of rain. My friend Alex told me 3.97 inches of rain, and then it rained again. So we probably went over 4 inches in that neighborhood. And the drainage went where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
So I'm a proud customer of MCS General Contracting. Fantastic.
Yeah. If you want the job done right the first time, you call MCS General Contracting.
So MySA has an article right now about how Southwest Airlines has a deal that goes away today. It's a buy one, get one free companion pass. If you sign up with Southwest Airlines and you become a Rapid Rewards member, you can designate somebody to fly with you for 2 months next year. It's called the companion pass. So again, you have until the end of the day. So how do you qualify? You must open up a free account, register for the promotion, and you may purchase a qualifying flight, which is a round trip or 2 one-way flights, starting Tuesday through Thursday, September 5th, for travel between January 6th and March 6th. You then designate a companion to fly free with you on those dates. It's not free because you got to pay a $5 charge once you get them on. It's $5.60
Not bad.
to process the transaction.
I was already looking at flights because I'm going to be traveling here shortly in April with the family celebrating my birthday. So we're looking at the flights, man. They're expensive, dude. I'm not going to lie, but that's why you have to get them ahead of time, because if you wait till the last minute, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, man.
Yep.
It's going to be bad. So I'm already looking at flights, dude. The wife and the kids like flying Southwest. It's always iffy to me.
I don't care what flight I do anymore. I now resign to the fact that if it's Spirit, Allegiant, Southwest, Delta,
bro, no Spirit
I
for me,
don't
man.
care, man. I don't care.
I will not do Spirit.
because I sleep when I fly. I get on the plane, I fall asleep. By the way, did you see Lamborghini opened up its first showroom this week
I did.
in San Antonio?
That ain't going to be open long, bro. Ain't nobody here got that kind of cash.
You know what it looks like? It looks like that fake Prada thing that they have in West Texas. It's like
Oh.
it looks fake. But apparently you can buy Lambos just outside of Bernie on I-10. Very cool.
Look at this, Sam Salinas. Order the McGangbang at McDonald's on Marbach. See what happens.
I know. Three cholas walk out behind the HEB.
Que me decites?
Hey, my name is Shy Girl.
Yeah, you could be here and tell them like that line from Old School, like Jesse A. I'm here for the orgy.
I'm here for the gangbang was the name. Tim Gonzalez coming out saying A&W fries are more better. More better.
They are.
The A&W that I know of is Desavala and I-10.
Yeah, they got one there, and that one's a good one.
That's a good place, man. Funny thing about that whole situation involving A&W, they have that burger stand there. I don't know if it's called A&W or what it's called, but they were supposedly really, really, really good and popular. But they came out with a 3rd-pound burger, and people stopped going because they went to McDonald's for their quarter pounder, thinking that a quarter pounder was more meat than a 3rd pounder.
Do the math.
And because and A&W, their share of the burger business went down because people are too stupid to know math. Crazy.
Are you guys going to London or Paris?
Paris.
Puros in Paris.
I want to. I think it all depends on my business. And speaking of my business, if I have enough income coming in, if you want to show my number there, Joe.
Yeah, we'll show it.
210-508-0369 for those of you who don't know. And even if you, this is called drip marketing, Joe. I don't know if you know what this means. Drip marketing is that if you keep telling people, reminding them of who you are, eventually when they need your services, they're going to give you a call.
I'll call you, yeah.
Because you'll be the first person in mind. Because if I said concrete placement, MCS General Contracting.
Yeah.
It's drip marketing. It's a little bit at a time. You get to know our names. Michael Jimenez, 210-508-0369. I help people when it comes to retirement planning. I help people when it comes to life insurance, disability, long-term care. Last night, I had a phone call from a guy in Houston, 832 area code. Had a question about long-term care, was referred to me. I gave him a call. Turns out the guy has an old pension that from Time Warner that he never did anything with. He has an old 401k. He has grandkids that he wants to put stuff together for. He wants to put together their future. He's paid off all his debt. He's like, Michael, I need help. I just keep reading all these books, but I need some guidance. I don't care if it's someone who's just starting or somebody has already millions of dollars already saved. I work with everybody in between. Okay? Give me a call, 210-508-0369. Today was a big day because I crossed more than $5 million in advisory business and I crossed more than $14 million in retirement assets invested. Already going towards 15, baby. Going to make it 25 by the end of next year. Again, Mike Jimenez, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369.
Hey, one of our listeners here, one of our viewers here in the chat, he went ahead and sent us something, man. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on screen. So this is Rodrigo Bravo. He was here in the chat with us as well, commenting. Mm-hmm. He says, this is a what a farm. He goes, yeah, not an everyday order, but over 2,500 calories of Whataburger goodness all in one bun. I might get the Whata Farm this weekend. It's chicken, beef, bacon, fish, chicken tenders on a number 5. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big no for me, man. I don't think I can do that. That's a little bit too much beef for me.
You're going to be hitting your chest because it can get stuck. Oh. Damn, dude. They put everything in there with some spicy ketchup, to put in as a garnish on the side.
Dude, my phone just died. Joe, I don't know if you have an iPhone charger, but my phone just died.
Yeah.
I can't tell because my screen's broken. It's not getting fixed until later on this afternoon.
Jeez.
Dude, it sucks being without a phone. I haven't been on TikTok in 2 days.
TikTok. You can't see what the Chevy Real girls are doing. Camino Real.
You know what? I have your computer. Let's see what they're up to. And for those of you who don't know, we're big fans of the Camino Real girls. Thank you for bringing them up. I haven't even thought about them in a minute.
I thought for sure that's what you're watching on TikTok.
Oh, dude.
You're watching the Camino Real girls, bro.
Camino Real girls, dude. Chevy Camino Real. This is out of Los Angeles, California. We love these girls, dude. We love them. There is Jessica, right?
You got me, dude. I don't remember.
There's Sophia coming on in looking like a nugget. All right, that one's looking kind of lame. Dude, Sophia's bringing it with the legs these days. But is Jess the favorite?
Yeah, I like the other one.
What you like, Thicky?
No, Thicky.
Dude, is something wrong with Thicky? Where'd she go?
I don't know. Maybe she.
There's Thicky right there.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's see. One more. Let's go one more. The what's interesting is when you see their personal stuff. Oh, there's Thicky.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna watch that one again. Okay, she's going way back. Oh goodness, this is good times, man. This is good times. Jessica Michelle, I believe is her name, is the one that Bear County Social Apparel is all about. Mita. She's a little thin, dude. You like Thicky better.
Yeah, I like Thicky better.
There you go. Okay, that's our Camino Real girls. Speaking of which, by the way, talk about baseball.
Yeah.
I saw this TikTok the other day, and I believe that it's true. I'm going to go ahead and believe that it's true. Remember Greg Maddux? Did I mention Greg Maddux back in the day?
No.
Recently, Greg Maddux, the great pitcher for the Atlanta Braves for all those years, also with the Chicago Cubs early in his career. Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest pitcher of my lifetime. You could say Randy Johnson, you could say Roger Clemens, but you can say a handful of people, but Greg Maddux is up there. Did you know that Greg Maddux had his own catcher like specific catcher, like that catcher didn't play for anybody else. It was just his.
Really?
And did you know that Greg Maddux called his own pitches, whereas the other pitchers were at the, the catcher would make a signal and you'd either accept it or not, right? But apparently this catcher has come out and said, did you know that you could tell exactly what Greg Maddux was going to do? He telegraphed it and didn't tell anybody. So when they throw the ball back to him, right, the catcher would throw the ball back to him. If he caught the ball like this, it meant that he was going to throw it outside. If he waited for the ball to come in and he caught it like this, it meant I'm throwing the ball inside. Outside, inside. And now you go back and watch old school Greg Maddux games from the Braves and from the Cubs, and you can see when the way that he catches the ball is how he throws it. And also, the angle at which he throws the ball is telling you exactly whether it's going to be a fastball coming next, if it's going to be a slider. And he would point towards his face.
Yeah.
And a part of his face was fastball, part of his face was whatever. And he would just do it nonchalantly. He'd catch the ball. And he telegraphed every single play, and no one in the 1990s, I bet you if someone was doing that now, you have some sleuth who'd catch it. Like what is it called? Those serial killers who have those riddles out there.
Oh man.
Dude, Greg Maddux was the man, dude. Tony Ronaldo saying the Alamo City Sexcast.
Cochino Mike, Demon
Was
Mike.
it Demon Mike?
It was Demon Mike.
I think that everyone knows that we love the Camino Real girls, and even a little bit of love for the girls in Austin who are trying to fake them, trying to redo what they do. Kind of like how Paige Sporonic has 10 copycats. It's the same thing, dude. The exact same thing.
You know what? We do got to talk about some WNBA news here, though. More history for Caitlin Clark. She's reached 100 threes in only 34 games, the quickest in WNBA history. 100 3-pointers.
Congratulations to her. She should be Rookie of the Year when it's all said and done. Her team is won 8 out of 10 games, has clinched the playoff berth. Only one spot left, and Angel Reese's team, the Chicago's out there looking for that last spot, is in position to possibly get it. By the way, did you see the story about Cheryl Swoops?
Did not.
Chicago Sky is what I was thinking of. Cheryl Swoops is a commentator for the WNBA. She calls a lot of games, does the analysis and whatnot. She was pulled from a game because she hates Caitlin Clark. At least that's the accusations. And she's a WNBA legend. Cheryl Swoops was assigned to the game for the Indiana Fever. It was supposed to be a nationally televised game, and instead she got pulled instead. And the reason for that is that reportedly she refuses to give any praise to Caitlin Clark, and reportedly when she was interviewed about Caitlin Clark was silent, Joe.
Yeah.
Was asked a question about Caitlin Clark and didn't want to even answer the question about her. That is a complete hater. Okay? I might say that I like Angel Reese better. I might say that Caitlin Clark is a turnover machine, but I will acknowledge the fact that she's is one of the league leaders in assists. I now acknowledge the fact that she can knock down threes. I can acknowledge the fact that she's a good scorer.
No.
But there are some people who hate her so much that they can't even acknowledge any of that. And that's stupid.
Yeah, well, they got to acknowledge this. She's the only rookie in WNBA history to drop a triple-double, and now she's done it twice.
But did she mess around and get a triple-double? Like Ice Cube and Good Day.
Well, this second triple-double, she scored 24 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, so good for her. I mean, you can't deny she's going to be one of the WNBA greats when it's all said and done.
Tony Ornella's coming out and says, we got to do an interview with one of the Camino Real girls, see if they like sports. Well, Sophie works in boxing. Sophie, the tall girl, who now is wearing the skirt, she is the interpreter for a lot of Mexican boxers, big-name Mexican boxers that fight in Las Vegas. That's what she does. Hand of a fist saying, these girls can't stand another woman making money. So apparently Alex Morgan retired.
Oh, I saw that, dude. They were showing that. Jessie A. Good looking out, man. Yeah. United States women's star.
Nugget.
Alex Morgan retiring.
Nugget.
Yeah. Showing it right there.
She's pregnant again, by the way. She also announced that she's pregnant and expecting her second child.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with wanting to start a family. She's had a good run.
Despite being pregnant, she says she's going to play one more game this weekend.
Oh, man.
Before retiring. So how about you block those kicks going backwards, girl, not forwards. Dude, I'm looking forward to the weather, man.
It's going to be good now. It's going to get better.
But tonight, not only is it going to get down to the 60s this weekend, not only next weekend, it's going to be in the 80s the entire week for highs. Tonight, the NFL kicks off. 7:20 p.m. on Peacock. Ravens, Chiefs. Tomorrow, you have Packers and Eagles, which, by the way, we'll end the show with this note. Did you realize that there is a law that prevents NFL from playing on Fridays and Saturdays?
A law that prevents the NFL from playing on Fridays and Saturdays.
But
so they can do one day.
No.
Friday.
No, neither. They can only do it after a certain day of the year, which I believe is mid-December. So you know that in December, we see some Saturday NFL games pop up.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow or another, there was a law passed decades ago. And I want to thank Jason Minix from San Antonio Sports Star because he brought this up on the Blitz yesterday. There was a law that was passed decades ago, and it was reauthorized, that says that the NFL between the months of September and mid-December, somewhere around there, cannot have any NFL games being played because it's to respect college football and it's to respect high school football.
Okay.
So we noticed that there's a game on Friday
in San Paulo,
Brazil. The NFL found a loophole, and the loophole basically is that rule about football games said that there couldn't be a football game within a 75-mile radius of a game being played. So they moved that game to Brazil.
There ain't
the loophole.
The only football going on over there is soccer.
Yeah. Hannah Fist says NFL already owns Sunday, baby. That's right. People think Chick-fil-A closes because of church. No, they got football to watch, baby. It's just plain. But no, this is fun. Tonight we're going to have that. Tomorrow again, Johnny Walker, Texas Longhorns great Johnny Walker, going to break down the Michigan UT game this weekend, which kickoffs at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning on Fox. 2:30 we've got UTSA 3 o'clock rather, UTSA taking on Texas State. I have a call out to somebody to see if they want to give a preview of this game.
Okay.
Hopefully they come back and say okay.
What team are you going to choose? Who's going to be your fighter? UTSA, Texas State.
I don't know, man.
Oh, come on. You got to give us something by tomorrow.
I don't know.
It's going to be the end of the week. Game's on Saturday, Mike.
I don't know.
You got to choose your fighter.
I don't know. Sam Salina says, I always thought it was an agreement between the NFL and NCAA. That's why you don't see NFL games on Saturday until the regular season's over. It wasn't an agreement. It was a law. It was a law to protect the NCAA. And in fact, I was taking a look at it right now. Let me see here. NFL. It is called the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961.
Wow. Well, I got to tell you, too, I changed the angle of the camera, too.
I like it.
So it's like, I brought that in a little closer.
A little bit closer.
Yeah.
No Ozempic face.
No Ozempic face.
Down 22 pounds. Right. 22 pounds.
Carried the 3.
But over the past 2 months.
Yeah.
Down 11.
That's not bad.
Not bad, baby.
And you're going to be better tomorrow when you go ahead and come back into the studio. Maybe with the fixed phone.
With a fixed phone, and on top of that, I think I'm done with a lot of liquor, by the way.
For a while, until the next UTSA tailgate.
No, I think I'm just going to be a beer guy for right now. Liquor is a little bit like nothing good happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good happens. Maybe I'll just be a beer and wine kind of guy. I got to tone it down. I'm 47 years old.
Drinking the vino?
I think I'm retired now.
Oh, come on.
I think I'm retired. Midtown saying, good job, Mike. I appreciate it. Samson says, it's time to choose your allegiance. Sam saying that UTSA makes me look slimmer because it's blue, right? It's navy blue.
The darker colors.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Thank you for all the super chats. Again, don't forget, concrete placement needs, MCS General Contracting. Don't forget to subscribe to Jeff Garcia and Locked On Spurs. And again, my number is 210-508-0369. Not only for you, you have friends and family who have retirement accounts. You have friends and family who have needs for life insurance and disability, long-term care, all that stuff. Serrano, what did Serrano say on Major League 2? Bring that over to me, man. Bring that over to me. We're going to be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about tonight's game, Chiefs and Ravens. We'll preview tomorrow's game, which is the Jets and Eagles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And we'll talk to Johnny Walker from Texas Longhorns, who, by the way, is now, we got to talk about his new gig. He's now high school football coach, not a head coach, but a high school football coach here in San Antonio. We'll talk about that. We'll be back tomorrow, man.
All right. We'll see you boys tomorrow. We're out. Peace.